You are listening to the Lucha Central Podcast Network. And now, LuchaCentral.com presents Masks, Mats, and Mayhem.
Is this a porn review? We're picking our favourite entrances.
Welcome to another edition of Masks, Mats, and Mayhem. I am your host, the Outlaw LA Red. You can find me on social media at... I said the LA Red thing.
Yeah.
Wow. It's force of habit. I don't live there anymore, though.
It's okay. It's okay. You can move to Louisiana and you can be LA Red.
Oh, the other LA Red.
Louisiana.
I am the Louisiana Outlaw LA Red. Right. Well, yes. I'll try it again. Welcome.
I guarantee.
Let me try this one. Welcome to another edition of Masks, Mats, and Mayhem. I am your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find the entire show on social media at MMMshow75. Oh, that way. That guy over there is at Lucha Gringo, the Professor Casey. Down there is at Meef from Falmouth, England. And our regular host at Byron Fever is nowhere to be found. What the fuck happened to Byron? Did he say something bad to Taz? I think he pissed Taz off.
He probably did. All I know is he's like, Casey, I need you to go to my place and pick up my mail for me. If he can't do the show, that he's gonna open his Minoru Suzuki figure and find a big old box of shit. And I know you're listening to this, Byron.
You're gonna go poop in his fucking his order.
Oh, I'm taking collection Sunny style. It's gonna be a whole bunch of poop from a whole bunch of different people.
Wow, that's amazing. I got donuts today too. Anybody who knows me knows that donuts are my favorite. What?
Yeah, remember
you don't like donuts?
No, dear lording the fact that you keep on loading these fucking donuts over us.
Oh, well, yeah, those other ones, dude. The guy who created our Masks, Mats, and Mayhem logo, Charlie DeMarco, I was staying at his house for a day because I'm traveling doing this Food Paradise show. And literally, dude, I woke up at like 7 a.m. for this early-ass flight that I had to take. And this dude was standing in his kitchen making homemade donuts. This guy has like a 50-hour-a-week job, by the way, and like kids and like real shit to be doing. And yet the motherfucker gets up in the morning and makes homemade donuts. You can't front on that, man. Oh,
it's a good dude.
And he made like his own like raspberry glaze for them.
Oh my god, amazing.
Yeah.
And he held them for you with no hands before you ate them.
Oh, yeah.
Full dozen.
It was perfect. The whole full dozen for me. He just let him out there. No, he's one of your people, Casey. He's got the flappers. He's got the swingers. There was a comedy sketch that he did once in the 90s, live stage show, and I was in the audience. I had helped him write a little bit of it, but I wasn't in the performance. And there was this one part where he like drops trowel and pretends to hump this thing. And he had the full backswing on the sack coming up like behind the ass cheek. So the entire audience was just seeing like a duodenum swinging in the fucking wind. It was amazing. That's our boy Charles. So it's the only reason I know that, by the way.
You gotta have giant nuts to design our logos. That's all I'm saying.
That's what it takes, man. Anyway, but yeah, as you can probably also see, I bring Rosemary and Allie with me to the hotel to protect me, and Allie to make people feel happy. People like bunnies and demons to keep assholes from storming my room. But anytime I have two beds, Allie and Rosemary can take the second one.
Not creepy at all.
Not creepy at all. If you walked into somebody's hotel room and you saw that, that would be creepy as fuck, right? That's the point. I'm trying to creep people out. I don't want fucking people in here.
Put a box of Kleenex next to it, and then it's creepy as fuck. You gotta get, like, when you leave the room, just put a box of Kleenex next to it and leave, and then
and a single lit candle.
That'd be terrible. But anyway, I do want to say thanks to DemonXBunny.com. Get some cool Rosemary Alley merch over there. They hooked us up.
Dope fucking shirt too, Justin.
Yeah, dude. My buddy Anthony Lucchesio, he does a bunch of stuff over at NWA Power. He helps them out with the website and everything. And he's been a wrestling guy for a long time, buddy from Cleveland. And he hooked it up. So thanks to all those guys over at Demon X Bunny. Get over there, get some merch. I'll get you guys some stuff too. Well, awesome. I don't know about England.
Should we transition into merch since we're talking merch?
Either that, or we can transition into Rosemary's friend that got whooped on.
Oh, let's please. Yes.
Well, in mixed martial arts news, a certain Dolce, whatever the fuck she's called, Sexy Star, whatever. What's her real name? Dolce Garcia. There we go. She took an MMA fight. I'll say this: she looked like she actually knew what she was doing. She just looked like the other girl knew a lot more of what she was doing. She didn't look unqualified to be in there.
She did some good white belt level hip escape attempts. Gotta say. Yeah.
She was putting her hands in the right place. She was intelligently defending herself, even at the stoppage. But if you haven't seen the footage, please go and find it on the internet.
You look at the girl she's fighting, you're like, this isn't going to end well at the beginning of the fight.
No, Sexy Star looked all cut up and in shape too, from cutting weight to get down to weight and, all abs and fake boobs. And she looked kind of tough, but that's a brutal sport, man. I mean, you ask Thunder Rosa, who also lost in her MMA fights, but did a whole lot better than that.
Looked a lot more solid. Yeah. And
she had put in more time though.
And Mel's opponent, a lot scarier looking than Sexy Stars, even though Sexy Stars is kind of scary. Yeah.
Oh no, they've fed Mel to some like real MMA girl that had been doing it for like 8 years. Hadn't had a ton of fights, but had been in like BJJ and kickboxing and shit for like 8 or 9 years.
No, and they were trying to do the opposite for Sexy Star here, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, they really wanted a Sexy Star win. But if you haven't watched this footage, Meef, can you describe what happened at the end there? Because I know you're a big fan.
She got beat on. She got absolutely fucking smashed the fuck.
She gave up her back like 17 times and didn't get choked out.
Just laid on the floor like that.
Yeah,
but the initial takedown was her trying to do the takedown too, wasn't it? And then it just backfired, and she ended up on her back, and then she gave up her back, and then the whole time the girl is just like, and like crisp hooking punches too, not like these wild haymakers or 8-beaters.
She was would have got a choke in there, but yeah.
I mean, like, and that's one of the scary things when you get people that level too is they don't have the skill and technique to really finish off well. So all that girl could do was beat on Sexy Star's pretty face. That was all she had at her disposal. So Sexy Star took a lot of punishment towards the end.
I mean, if you offer that much face, you're going to get hit in it.
What's that, Meef? I didn't hear you.
If you offer up that much face, you're going to get hit in it.
Yeah, what's funny though, she can wear the mask in public all the time now.
Bring the mask back. She's like back under the hood. It
might not fit anymore because she's swollen up like Pumpkinhead right now. But
my God. Well,
there you
go.
A nicer person is all I'm saying.
There you go, Rosemary. I hope you feel good about that. How you feel about it, Rosemary? Yeah. The demon likes it.
Nice.
Speaking of the demon, I heard they're making a Kiss movie.
Oh God, I hope it covers on ECW. It has to be at least as good as Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, filmed in Six Flags Magic Mountain.
The problem is, that the band is actually kind of involved and it's authorized, which means that they get to tell their own story. So I think it's going to be...
It's going to suck.
Rocket Man was a little bit that way too, where Elton was on board, so Elton had some control over making him seem like the hero of his own story when many times he was not.
Do a lot of cocaine in the film?
Elton? Nah, not that much. No, it was in there.
There was some, yeah.
My mum once went to a party in the, whatever it was, because she lived in London when she was born in Croydon, which is South London.
I have been through Croydon.
And it's a shithole.
It is.
It's a massive shithole. Just for anybody listening, whoever wants to come traveling, don't go there. And she went to a party, and Freddie Mercury appeared. And there was a massive fucking, like the silver platter of cocaine that you see in films.
Oh my God.
That's real. That exists.
Yeah,
but also the small boys dressed up like women. But that's for another time.
Who wants to live forever?
Yeah.
Not
from the blood of young children.
And on that note, Casey, open something.
And on that note, Drake works.
Okay. All right. Let's open something. So we have boom, pro wrestling crate. Okay, I'm gonna give a preview real quick.
Shit, we're already at this month's crate. Did you get your last month's crate late or something? I feel like it was only 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, it was pretty late. And also gotta say we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to unbox next show if mail holds out, because my cross figure should be here in like 2 days. And my major wrestling figure podcast crate is coming, and I don't even know what's going to be in that. But it's gonna have wrestling related stuff, so we can talk about that. Shill another podcast. Okay. So
why not?
Pro wrestling crate for this month is tag team focused crate. Okay. So I'm gonna open with the shirts. May have just misplaced one of the things in the box. Which is funny because it was the best thing. Okay, so
he's misplaced his favorite part.
Shirt number 1, pretty dope here. Money Incorporated. Never got a shirt before because no one gave a shit about IRS, but you know what? Everyone gives a shit about Ted DiBiase. Speaking of cocaine, so
yeah, cocaine, hell of a drug.
Look at that, Money Inc. Money and ink. Okay, so. Then there is a Motor City Machine Guns pin. Woo! Look at that.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I dig that.
TNA Superstars. I'm sorry, Impact Superstars.
They were TNA Superstars, and now they're starting to be Impact Superstars. I mean, they're getting some camera time at least.
When James Storm's not a member of the team randomly, anyway. Which, sorry about your damn luck. Okay.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Micro Brawler is Tonga Loa. They already did a Tamatanga. This is kind of like complete the set. I wasn't a subscriber when they did that, so now I just have one dude without his partner. Okay, I have half. I think half I've got him. Gorillas of Destiny.
Casey, I think I've got him. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Yes, and then we can have the team. Okay, so yeah, there's a variant. I don't know what's different because I didn't get it. The variant's the expensive, hard to find figure. Okay, so next thing is another shirt, which is actually kind of dope. A very Saved by the Bell-esque Young Bucks t-shirt. Look at this.
Hold on, I was supposed to do this, wasn't I? Yeah, I was supposed to do that.
Look at that. The Young Bucks. Very, very 90s.
That's super dope. I actually like that one, too. That feels very Van Halen.
And plus, it's not a black shirt, which is
Casey. Why didn't you yell at me to put you on the one? I don't know how to drive like Byron. I don't know how to do that
shit. I wasn't expecting you to know how to do it. Okay, so this is the best thing that came in the crate. This Lucha Bros bottle opener. It's fucking dope. It's metal.
That's dope. I mean, you could like if you don't need to open a beer, you could just like use it as a shuriken and just like blast somebody in the eye with it.
Or you could do like me and open a nice craft soda, you know?
I will say this. I can't drink a lot of high fructose corn syrup, so I've been drinking some like real sugar root beers and stuff now, and need bottle openers for those.
Yeah, you do. And for Pig Iron Cola, the best cola in the world, you need bottle openers.
Pig Iron Cola. I don't know if I've had that. But I did have
black person from the UK who has fructose Coca-Cola like Mexico. I have to disagree, sir.
We got a DVD in here. It is Before the Big Leagues featuring a bunch of AEW people. So you got LAX versus the Lynch Mob, Best Friends versus Tommy Dreamer, Colt Cabana, and Mike Babchick, Super Smash
Does this
Brothers.
include the like AEW stuff as well then?
No, it's non-AEW. Non-AEW.
No, you said it's Before the Big Leagues.
God damn it, shut up.
Wow.
Oh, you know what though?
Wow.
You know what though? Fuck AEW. Fuck AEW for having lose to Orange Cassidy.
We'll talk about that at some point. Maybe.
Okay, then there's a giant ass poster of God versus the Faces of Fear, a dream match between the two. Okay.
Interesting. That's kind of fun
Yeah.
artwork.
Yeah, and you got the sons fighting their dad and the Barbarian. Okay, so
Yeah.
Speaking of AEW, the autograph picture this week about to be in the Blood and Guts match is FTR. So now I know which one's Cash.
Which one is Cash
Dax.
and which one's Dax? I still don't
Bald
know.
one's Dax. Yeah, so now I know. Now I know
just
which
call
one's
them
Cash
both.
and which one's Dax.
I just call them Cax. Or just Cax.
Couple of cacks.
Couple of Cax over there in AEW.
Just a couple of cacks. Okay, so preview for next month. Okay, it's going to have the Loose Cannon Brian Pillman, the Dark Order, Lita, Heath Slater, the Iron Sheik,
Oh shit.
Jake the Snake Roberts, IRS again, and a special item from Pro Wrestling Tees. They're running out of shit they can put IRS in, so I think he's going to be the micro brawler. That's my guess.
Right. They've gone through his entire line at this point. Meef, were you
Yeah.
opening a box over there?
No. Well, I collected
looking?
it, but never actually liked it. Most of the stuff. So I've got shitloads of t-shirts. I keep on being sent to Casey and Byron.
I like
Okay.
the one you're
If I had
wearing
my little-
today, though. You're wearing the That's My Champ shirt today, Aztec Pride. Whoa, what is
Yes.
that figure?
This is Ninjor from He-Man, dog. I just got him. He's your toy of the week. Yeah. It's got fucking nunchucks. Oh, Meef's getting arrested because he's got nunchucks on his screen and a ninja. Oh, he's got the bow and arrow just like old times. He's got the sword. The only thing
Wait,
that's
are
not like old
nunchucks
times-
illegal in England?
Yeah, that's
Nah.
why
If
Michael
I cut a broom handle and like put a screw and a chain through the top of it, could I get away with that? And just say I was smart
Well,
enough?
The thing is
you'd have to make it a
we had
grappling hook
nunchucks.
instead.
We had nunchucks. You used to be able to buy them from the indoor market. I mean, admittedly, you could buy most illegal things there, but because they definitely
Yeah.
sold. Did you have the Black Widow catapults, wrist rockets?
Mm.
You know, the one with the strap.
Oh yeah. You can get
Yeah.
those here in most states.
Yeah, those are legal. Those are fine. You can
Yeah,
carry those around.
My friend put a window through on the back of a combine harvester and knocked the driver out,
Oh yeah, you can hurt somebody for real
Yeah.
in one of
and
of
then he
those.
crashed it and it caught fire. But yeah,
I mean, that's like a great Walking Dead weapon that you could take out
Oh,
like
yeah.
500 zombies with one of those in that TV show. In fact, I think they did that in one of the later seasons of the main show. One of the kids that was their weapon, and they used it exactly like the crossbow dude, where there's an unlimited supply of ammo that could kill just millions of zombies. And every now and then they'd show them pick back up a rock, just like every 500 arrows that guy picks up a fucking arrow out of a zombie to show that he replenished his supply at some point. Whatever. Fucking nonsense. All right, let's take a quick break. Let's come back and we'll talk about I don't know.
Lex Luger.
What did we talk about? Flowers?
No, we'll just
Baling
do the
hay.
Lucha Underground's review. People want to hear.
Oh yeah,
Aztec
people actually.
Warfare.
I had fun watching this, so we'll come right back. We'll send it. I want to send it over to my good friend Denise Salcedo. I like Denise again. Denise is
She's not
my friend again. I didn't like the cross interview thing. I gave her some shit about the cross interview thing, but I've been following her stuff again this week, and it's not pissing me off as much.
She does a podcast with Adam Blompiade, and that's literally where I'm going to leave that.
Okay. Well, look, let's call a spade a spade. Like, she does a little more of the fluffier side of things, but that's kind of her niche. That's her brand. Ours is to be, penis jokes and buttholes and talk about, the dark side of wrestling. But she,
Which is usually penises in buttholes.
I can't hate on her completely. I'm
Non-consensually.
I'm a fan. And by fan, I mean, Denise, if you ever break up with that dude, call me. So we're going to throw it on over to Denise Salcedo and Lucha Central to find out everything that's happening this week in the Lucha Central Podcast Network.
Hey everyone, it's Denise Salcedo here in Lucha Central with a reminder of where and when to catch all of the great network content this week. Get the full lineup and listen to all of our shows in the podcast network section of luchacentral.com. Sundays on the Lucha Central Facebook page, world-traveled shooter of the camera kind, Jerry Villagrana goes mano a mano with a fellow photographer to throw down about some of their favorite photos they have taken at Lucha Libre events. Monday, Business of the Business returns as Mass Republic President Kevin Kleinrock takes you inside how your favorite Lucha Libre merchandise gets made. On Tuesdays, Mass Mats and Mayhem takes you inside the world of Lucha Underground as they take you weekly through the series with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of special guests from the groundbreaking series. Check out the premiere video stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Lucha Central YouTube channel and at luchacentral.com. Then listen to it on your favorite podcast platform every Wednesday. Tuesday nights live, it's Wrestle Boss, where Fabi Chulo talks MMA and pro wrestling with special guests and listener call-ins. Visit WrestleBossLive.com Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific to listen live or call in with questions or download the show on podcast platforms on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights live on Facebook, it's Spanish show La Mesa de los Márgaros, giving you both the news and the chisme from around the lucha world. Special guests and a whole lot of fun make it one of the most talked about shows in Mexico. Thursdays, it's Straight Out of the Bodega with Papo Esco and PWR promoter Gabriel Ramirez as they have guests from throughout the wrestling world pull up to give an inside look into their careers. From indie standouts to television superstars, each week brings a new name and perspective. On Friday, it's your double dose of Lucha Central Weekly podcast, one in English y el otro en español. Lucha Central Weekly is where you'll find all the top stories of the week, both inside and out of the ring from Mexico and anywhere luchadores are in action across the globe. Be sure to subscribe and follow all your favorite Lucha Central Network series on your favorite podcast platforms, either by their own series name or subscribe to the Lucha Central Podcast Network show pages to get all of the shows in one easy feed. And please consider giving a rating to help more fans find the shows that you love. For now, this is Denise Salcedo signing off from Lucha Central Central. Have a great week.
But then they actually gave up the rights to the actual wrestling company to a completely different thing. So, yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah.
And,
so when they all left, they had to leave it.
And we're back. I got donut number 2. This one is an apple spice Dunkin' Donut. I love these. They're like apple. They're like it's like a little taste of apple pie in heaven, and it's like
a fritter fuck the donut.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a new website called Hole Hub. That's like a donut porn website. That's just all like donut videos. Like, and some of them might even be sexual. I'm fine with that. But
okay,
I mean,
you won't put that, and I'll open Only Nuts.
Only Nuts and Hole Hub. But I figure like Hole Hub, even people who aren't looking for donuts, they'll probably still stumble across it. So traffic will be pretty good. But then like the real donut fans will be there for me.
I gotta say, it's better. You know what? It would probably do better than the Lucha Central Podcast Network, because I'm going to shoot a little bit right now.
Oh, go for it.
Lucha Central Podcast Network, thanks for fucking up our name and releasing our show under another show, but thinking MMMshow stands for Matt's Mayhem and Misfits for some reason. Shows how much respect we have on the network. So, hey, Kevin, when I quit the show for real, this is why. All right. So,
wow.
Hey, Byron, maybe put this at the front of the show too. Yeah. Thanks.
Wow. You got grilled cheese all over that one. Damn. That's a shoot. So that really, I was driving around, like, I've been making towns doing this Food Paradise show for Cooking Channel again. And I like barely caught that there was some kind of mishap or whatever, but I heard that our show still went up where it was supposed to. So that basically people didn't hear their show, or our show got put in 2 places or something, or
our show got put in 2 places. Basically. Yeah.
Cause what normally happens is it goes on the Lucha Central Podcast Network feed and our own feed for the audio version. And I think the Lucha Central version got put up as that or something. I don't even know if it affected audio. It was the YouTube version for sure, though. Well, they better get it right this week so that our sponsor this week, DemonXBunny.com, can get their love the right way.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know what, get it right this week, because I'm going to say something about my fart box right now that Byron's going to put at the front of the episode, and they're going to think it's the Lucha Central Weekly people talking about their fart boxes. Hey guys, why does Lucha Central Weekly always talk about their fart box? That's what Byron can put at the front of the episode. Okay, so I don't want to bore the audience with this because we have a good Lucha Underground show to talk about. It is Aztec Warfare 2. Let me tell you, I just want to, before we start the official episode, I just want to talk about how cool it was to be there for this one. Were you at this show live, Justin?
I was not. I got to town and went to the next weekend's tapings. I missed this one because I was working.
Meef, were you at this one?
In spirit.
Okay, so this one,
and I had been trying to time it out during the first season when there was originally talk of Rey Mysterio coming in. I was trying to time it so that I would be there, but then, the Perro Aguayo thing happened, so he did not come in the first season. And then we didn't know when Aztec Warfare was going to be, and there was speculation that it could be this particular weekend or it could be the following weekend. And even our inside information, we didn't know. And there was some talk, I think, backstage with the writers at one point that they were going to play out the Dario being gone longer thing. But then as they were taping the first couple of weeks, they were just like, yeah, we got to get Luis back. And they filmed the vignettes with them away at the fake temple or whatever. And so at that point in time, they were able to finally time it out of like, no, we're going to do this many vignettes and then we'll have Aztec Warfare be here. And this is when Rey can actually show up. So then all the timing worked out and I got fucked because I came the following week and I missed Aztec Warfare. I think J-Man and Urban were trying to come to this too and also missed it for the same reason.
I do know that. Okay, so this was after like a hiatus for a little bit, even though it looks like it was the next week on TV. It was weeks apart. Yeah. I do know that Rob Viper made it, which was cool because I think this is the first time I met Rob Viper. Cool dude. Absolutely love that guy. If you get a chance to hang out with him, do it. He's a great guy. And he knows more about Lucha Libre than I will ever forget. So
truth. Absolutely.
That's not the saying. He's forgotten more about Lucha Libre than I will ever know personally. He knows
all three of us.
Like, I don't even pretend to know stuff. I just ask Rob or Cubs fan. Those are the guys that I trust. Or Casey, but I also trust them more. Like,
I don't think this is the taping Cubs fan came to. Cubs fan something. I don't think
that was season 3.
Yeah,
or maybe it was the end of this season.
Rob came to the show twice, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't remember. I just remember like, oh, this is cool. I get to meet one of my friends in person that I've never met before. And it was awesome.
Oh, I know the other behind the scenes thing with this one was, I don't know when they started this season, if they knew how long this season was going to be. And it ended up actually being a shorter season than the first or third one. Right. 1 and 3 are the long ones. 2 and 4 are the shorter ones.
Yeah, they ended up ordering more episodes of 3 instead of making 2 longer, which is weird.
Correct.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and Robert Rodriguez was here during this taping.
Glad they showed him on camera a bunch. They didn't even show him at all. I want to say
Barnett was there too. Burnett was there, and some of the other executives. This was like the big show off to executives weekend.
Well, because Rey was coming. You know how much money they spent on Rey? It was like they were trying at the time to not only include Rey as part of Lucha Underground, but really make him the face of El Rey Network as well. I mean, they were really like they did some things for Rey that they did not do for anyone else. Not Mundo, not any nobody else got the deal that Rey got. He was basically
getting paid from the network, not the Lucha Underground budget. Like,
correct.
That's huge.
I think he was actually getting both or something weird. Like they worked something out where he had multiple revenue streams coming. Like for all the merch stuff that Lucha Underground fucked up, the Rey Mysterio shirts came really, really fast. If you didn't notice.
So Aztec Warfare is for the belt this time, right?
It is for the belt this year instead of the Gift of the Gods kind of
so
thing.
We don't know any of the story shit when we're there live. We don't know Rey Mysterio's coming in. We hear rumors. We see a car that we're pretty sure is his, but in the parking lot, big fucking badass Maserati. But we don't know for sure that Rey's there. We don't know anything about the Matanza buildup. We all kind of figured this is where Matanza was going to debut. but we didn't know for sure because none of the TV had aired yet. This is still like maybe they're airing the first episode of the season at this point. It was taped really far in advance.
I don't even know if they were. I don't know that anything had aired yet at this point in time, which is why we were all so in the dark about even when it was going to be or what was happening at it. Like we knew that Rey had officially been signed and that was about it. And I don't think anybody even knew who was under the Matanza hood yet, did they?
We figured it out. I always thought it was going to be we were figuring it was going to be Cobb because he suddenly started working heel on the dark matches he was in. And so I'm like, dude, he's practicing his Matanza shit right now. It's gotta be him. And yeah, so I kind of figured it was going to be him because they like pretty much immediately the tapings before just started having him work heel all of a sudden. And do more vicious stuff. And he started taping his fists and like attacking people like more monstrously a little bit.
And it was weird because the reaction to him was, it was a little mixed at first because Cobb isn't that tall, you know, but he is a monster. Like he's a fucking beast and the dude is super powerful and strong.
Wide.
And, you know, in a semi lucha libre promotion, you know, I think it worked out just fine size-wise, but it was still a little weird at first. People were kind of like, the monster?
Well, yeah, they sold him as being tall at first, though, because it was going to be Hernandez, and then it wasn't. So it's like, okay, well, and we've had that confirmed, like, by multiple people.
Yeah.
And, yeah, okay, so we didn't know any of this stuff was coming on. So when this match started, and they announced Rey Mysterio, the place went fucking nuts because people were surprised. A lot of people were surprised. Not everyone.
Surprisingly, a lot of the Latino fans were the ones that didn't know that Rey was going to be there. And, you know, especially some of the locals and whatnot, the real East LA kids seemed to be the ones that did not know. Like you see some of those faces in the crowd of those kids
like,
that we know, and it's just like, yeah, like they lost their damn minds. They were the ones that were not expecting Rey, and that was the core audience for Rey too. So it was kind of dope.
Plus, now we had so many rumors and shit that ended up being fake that you never knew. You never knew if he was really coming in until he was there, you know, because people had said he was coming in that Pero weekend. Like shit happened, you know. So we were all pretty stoked, okay, and. I don't know. I have some criticisms of this match, but some of them
Let me go back to the start of the show, and then we'll kind of go through some of the moments. But this is season 2, episode 9 for those who are looking it up on Tubi, and this is definitely, if you're a Lucha Underground fan, if you're just getting to watch the show now or you're curious about it, this is definitely one of the episodes to watch from season 2. And the end of season 2 is actually great, minus, you know, the one booking that Casey really, really hates at the end. We won't get into that right now because Casey's in a good mood. But it starts off with a vignette where Pentagon confronts Phoenix, which is kind of fun to see these two guys working with each other in a vignette. And I'm glad to see that Penta is getting a little more stick time over at AEW now because the guy can cut a good promo, just not so much in English. But he's actually a decent actor too, especially when he's got the mask and everything on. He does a lot better than a lot of these guys. So he's cutting a promo with Phoenix and Katrina, and he's kind of doing a back and forth with her. Phoenix doesn't really say a whole heck of a lot, but you know, Pentagon's telling Phoenix that he won't get in his way from getting what he wants. And Katrina comes in and tells Penta that he gave up his chance to even be in Aztec Warfare the second he put his hands on her. And that cinematic match lost to Katrina that he had earlier this season that Casey also hated.
Okay, so
the first ever cinematic match. But Penta says that he doesn't have to answer to her, and he only answers to his maestro, his master. And she says the only reason he has zero fears because he hasn't experienced real fear yet, and his master may be teaching him the dark arts, but he doesn't understand the darkness. That's all that happened there. But good segment.
Okay.
Good vignette.
You can tell a guy he's not in the match and he has to not be in the match. Okay. All right. But the match is won by a guy who wasn't in the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Krista Joseph.
So, but Pentagon still gets a little bit of time in there. We do start off,
but this is the only way you debut Matanza. This is the way to debut Matanza. I'm not shitting
it
on
worked. It totally worked.
Yeah.
Though I still think they could have had Penta in them. I get what they're doing though. They're pushing Penta and Mill off to the side here and giving them a reason to fight outside of the title.
You know what?
picture.
You know what my attitude was the whole match? Where the fuck's Pentagon?
Well,
Then
yeah,
he
because
showed up.
you didn't know that in the audience, did you? That he wasn't in the match?
No, and then but he did come
because the crowd was kind
us.
of expecting him to be like 19 or 20 or something, like be at the end, I think.
Yeah, but when he actually did his run in, he came out right behind us, and I'm like, oh, there's Penta. Okay, there he is.
Yeah, that was kind of dope. So entrance number 1 are Phoenix, who had been announced as the first entrance this year because he's getting screwed as the champion. He's entering first to see if he can run the gauntlet or come close to it again. And number 2, of course, Rey Mysterio, which instantly has to make you think, oh, wow, this pseudo Lucha Libre promotion might actually have some Lucha Libre. And it does for 90 seconds. Which sucked. Like the second you're just like, dude, this is so good. This is amazing. This young guy. And if you know Phoenix, like he had always idolized Rey. Like this was his moment as a performer. He like they gave him the honor of starting the match off with Rey, you know, and Conan mentioned this when he was on. And sadly, Conan wasn't there to see this because Conan was a big part of the reason why this even happened this way was that, Rey had known how big a fan Phoenix was of him and that it really inspired his entire career and whatnot.
Oh,
so
we got to tell the story about that. So Penta and Phoenix went to go see Rey Mysterio when they were kids at a mall. And they fought through this line. They waited in tons and tons of people. And then Rey Mysterio's there and Phoenix sees him and starts crying. Because he's so happy that he sees Rey Mysterio. So, of course, the day they work a show together, Penta backstage says, hey, there he is. You going to start fucking crying? Tremendous.
Oh, man. With brothers like that, who needs enemies?
Lucha Bros.
Which they were for most of their careers until, recently. They were always opposite each other and smacking each other around. That's what made Phoenix stop being the crybaby bitch that he was back then, apparently. Penta practicing his gloveless chest slaps.
That's why you had to get that tattoo of the dream catcher. There's a big handprint there.
What's that, Meef?
He as a person has kind of kept that with him. And like when you see him now, and like I told you a story before, when I had that guy with his kid next to me. And he's literally just like, bring the child. Got to make this kid's, he's got to make that kid's life like Rey kind of seeing Rey did for him.
Yeah, I mean,
he kind of passes that on.
You got to do that.
He's trying to be that inspiration too, and a lot of them don't these days, though, man. A lot of them don't.
Although I will say,
the business, they think it's all like social media likes and stuff,
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not all just social media.
Kids, dog. Like
I have seen
unless you're a heel, and then you should growl at them and scare the piss out of them.
That's like I remember this story this guy told me about Ted DiBiase. He saw him when he was a kid, and it was in like one of the UWF areas. So he's like, Ted, bring back the Iron Claw. And $1 Million Man looks at him and says, fuck you, kid. Tremendous.
Tremendous. Be a heel, baby. Be a heel. Well, so not for our 90 seconds of glory for Phoenix and Rey to go completely unappreciated. At least the third entrance was King Cuerno, HDF, Santos Escobar, whatever the hell you want to.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Is it his birthday? It was his birthday, right? Yeah. Yesterday. Happy birthday to our good friend, the former cruiserweight champion, the former best cruiserweight champion since the WCW era, Santos Escobar.
Oh, it's Drake Maverick's birthday?
Wow. Dig. So yes, the cool thing was, oh shit, at least we get another 90 seconds more of actual Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
But holy shit, the faceplant that Cuerno gives Rey in this match was kind of like, dude, we just got Rey Mysterio. Please don't break him. That honest to God made me hate Cuerno back then. part of my whole gag of hating Cuerno really came from that moment where I felt like he potatoed the shit out of Rey Mysterio. And it wasn't like I'm some huge Rey Mysterio fan of anything, but like I appreciate what the guy's done. Like I learned about Lucha Libre from him and Psychosis having gone to ECW. Like I had no knowledge of that Lucha Libre even existed before Rey Mysterio. So I gotta always give it up to the guy and Psychosis as well. Like Psychosis is one of my favorite
Excuse me, sir. There's another person that was a little bit responsible for that.
And who was that? Oh, Conan. That's right. Conan helped bring them on. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Paulie. Sorry. I'm a big Paulie fan, but you know, Lucha Libre was something he got lucky and stumbled into, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it was a sideshow thing, which is again got the Escobar kind of comment. Was that, and it was good because obviously it brought a lot of eyes, and Lucha Libre is massive as it is now, really in the world is due to WCW and ECW. But it was the sideshow attraction.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, WCW really put it on the map, but WCW wouldn't have even done it had ECW not done it. And I had done some tape trading and gotten that one Rey and Psychosis match that everyone raved about at some point in time and saw it. And I was just like, what is this? First of all, why are they wearing masks and they're not like, you know, evil murderer characters? I didn't understand that at first. And then I, you know, like the whole thing was just amazing. And then I found out a bunch of my friends had been buying their masks and stuff. And, you know, and like back then $100 for a mask was crazy talk. It was like, what are you kidding me? Like we were trading tapes for like $2 a piece, you know, or you would buy a tape from somebody for like $2 back then. Like buying a mask and t-shirts were like $5 or $10 at the time in the early 90s. And, you know, people were paying hundreds of dollars. Yeah, $100 for any kind of piece of wrestling merch, especially from an indie like that wasn't like Hulk Hogan's jockstrap. Like that didn't compute in the early 90s.
It must be about £500 to £700.
Yeah.
Or dollars. Yeah. Similar kind of money.
It was nuts at the time. But anyway, I digress. So Cuerno comes in, face plants Rey, which makes him the ultimate heel to me for a long time. And then and he does like a top speed arrow from the depths of hell that just looked super crispy. He on Phoenix, but I think he was showing out because Rey was in there like, okay, I know you're the king, but let me let you know that like, dude, I'm somebody. Then we get one of the all-time greatest luchadors to ever enter an Aztec Warfare, one of the top guys, one of the top names, Argenis. Number 4, entrance Argenis, who is almost immediately eliminated by Rey Mysterio with a 619 because Rey had to get some kind of love here.
Hey, yeah, it's almost like they're stacking people up for someone to eliminate them all.
Yeah, they were stacking them up. After the Argenis elimination, we get the other top paid guy because we have to get him in there early. Johnny Mundo is number 6, followed by another guy who at the time was making more money than most of these guys somehow. The penis guy, the penis gimmick guy comes in and handcuffs himself to the fence, which as much as I'm not a fan of the penis gimmick guy, I actually really liked that spot. So kudos to Christian.
And the
Joseph
payoff to the spot's kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, like you really think that like, oh shit, somebody finally did one of these stupid gimmicks and didn't like handcuff themselves to something that moves around. Like he can't even be put in the ring. This is actually kind of genius. So you know it's going to pay off at some point, but at least you're interested in the fact that like, okay, I don't know how they're going to pay this off. So I'm actually a little bit invested in seeing how this gimmick works. So kudos to the writing team. I'm not giving any credit to the penis gimmick guy. He did nothing but stand there. And also at this point in time, I don't know have we seen Brenda on the show up to now? I missed that one episode when you guys talked about Taya. Was Brenda in that one or is this her debut?
I don't remember because I also watched the wrong episode that week. So
we would need Taya.
And Meef never watches it, so we're all screwed. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, Big Brother star Holly Meowie appears as a beautiful Brenda with Famous B, and I love Famous B is like trying to recruit people during the match the whole time. He's sitting ringside and just on a recruiting mission. I was
so hoping Matanza was going to be that Howie dude at this point. Like, fuck.
That would be hilarious. Prince Puma comes in, hits a big dive. So now we've got really all of our top players. You've got Phoenix, you've got Rey in there, you've got Cuerno, you've got Johnny Mundo, and Prince Puma, and the only elimination has been Argenis. And then Cuerno submits. He taps like a bitch to Rey Mysterio, who's like half his size.
Submission expert Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, I've never seen. It was a real armbar, by the way, not a cross arm breaker. He hits him with a real reverse armbar, which looked kind of painful. Maybe he was giving him a receipt for that face plant. I don't know. I don't know if there was any actual heat. Does your boy have heat with Rey? Are they buddies? Do we know?
They're friends from very young age of Phantasma for obvious reasons.
Which is probably why they were going a little crisp with each other.
Yeah.
Tends to be
and
the buddies
obviously,
that
as we know, when Phantasma did the Halloween Havoc match last year,
that's right.
And he rang Rey up, and Rey was like, "Nah, take the whole thing."
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but Seth did too, and just ruined it for everyone.
Thanks,
Seth.
Fuck Seth Rollins. And he's the one that gets the action figure of it. He's the one that gets the toy. God fucking damn it! Seriously, I can't.
Well, he better keep whatever his new gimmick is, because our boy Mil Muertes, Ricky Banderas, got the rights to the name Messias and the Messiah in Mexico as an official trademark, again renewed, which he's been having a lot of trouble with. But that was his big news this week. He's got his name in Mexico. Not that he's using it. I mean, he's using the shit out of the Mil Muertes gimmick. So.
Well, but in Mexico he's Gilbert El Boricua. So yeah.
Well, he gets to go back to being Messias and the Messiah in Mexico if he would like.
Plus, it also
pretty dope.
Probably second guessing what's going on with this whole relaunch of Lucha Underground. Yeah,
I think he's. I think
talk
he's.
about that
I'd bring it back
because I've got some ideas. But yeah, I mean he'll be. I mean he's good with Court Bauer right now, so I would imagine that if Aztec Underground is turning into something, that Mil's going to be part of it. But and he's not. He's one of the few guys that's not contracted to something bigger. So I think regardless of where it is, even if it's not those guys, if it's somewhere else, I think that he's one of the first guys you bring back. And I feel like he's also got some love with Dorian these days, unlike in the past. So with Cuerno being out, we need another big name to add to Aztec Warfare. And of course, there is no bigger name than the Dragon Slayer himself, Jack Evans. Gotta have Jack Evans. Gentleman Jack, he gets a poor pendejo chant when he gets beat up by everyone brown in the ring. And I have to say everyone brown and not Mexican, because our friend from Paducah was in there.
He's from Ball
Jack does catch a brown beat down though. And you see Mundo is the one guy that comes to his aid. I think this is the start of a wonderful underground friendship. And speaking of
like a race war or something, but no,
it turned into that a little bit, because shortly thereafter, Taya comes in and Slamtown kind of unites against the Latinos and Paducah. And they torture Rey quite a bit, which is interesting and fun to see. You could tell it's weird. As much as Rey was doing a lot of lucha libre at this particular time, like he had done some stuff in Mexico, and he wasn't in WWE at the time. He looked immediately comfortable when he was working with Johnny Mundo, and they did some WWE style stuff for a few minutes. Because as much as Rey is the lucha libre guy, he spent most of his career doing the WWE WCW style matches because he had to, not necessarily by choice. But Cage comes in to renew his feud with the wonderful Taya Valkyrie and clears out the Worldwide Underground. And for messing with Taya, Mundo decides to throw him through a window, which was a tremendous spot. But unlike previous people who were thrown through the window, Cage isn't very fazed by it. Cage comes right back.
Yeah, it only hurts you if you're a bad person in real life. Oh wait, no, Mundo sold it too. Never mind.
To be fair,
Mundo sold it. Mundo's a nice guy. What's that, Meef?
Have you ever been through a window?
Yes. Unfortunately, I have.
Painful.
Well, the one I went through. The one I went through didn't shatter. It was like a big plate window, and the whole thing came out, and then it broke into like 4 big pieces.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like when it hit the ground or something.
Yeah, like so it kind of pushed the whole thing out of the frame. So I was lucky.
Well, see, building standards in the UK used to be really bad. They still are, actually, fucking shocking. But the glass in this house we moved into, the back window was in this shitty metal. Do you know the metal you have in greenhouses? You know that old, like, I can't think of the word for it. Like, it's not stainless steel, but it's like that thingy steel, where it's like mottled effect.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Tempered.
So I'm tapping on the window, and my hand just went straight through it. Fucking blood is spurting out my hand. I've got a big ass like smiley scour on my hand now from it.
Oh, he calmed himself.
My mum's like
gone drip white, and I'm pissing myself because like my wrist is like cut as well, and like not loads, but like there's lots of scratches all over it.
Wow. You're lucky you didn't catch an artery. That would have been bad news.
The thing is the opposite side of the room there was a 12-foot by 7 version of that same glass. How the fuck? I've levered some footballs against that and it never went.
Ouch.
Yeah.
On that note, let's take another quick break. We'll come back with our final 10 entrances in our Aztec Warfare Dos Rewind. Be right back.
Lucha-masks.com, in partnership with Mask Republic, give you personal protective masks to keep you Lucha strong in the fight versus COVID-19. With world-class luchadors Blue Demon Jr., the Lucha Brothers, LA Park, Ultimo Dragon, Cain Velasquez, Conan, and so much more. Head to lucha-masks.com and you too can become a masked warrior. Lucha-masks.com, powered by Pro Wrestling Revolution.
And we're back. What's that, Meef? What did you say about Lex Luger?
Who's next? No, don't repeat it. Who's next?
Oh my god! Is he working his way through female?
Masquerita Sagrada was number 11. Let's let the little guy come in and Striker. Striker at this point does something that I really got to take issue with. He gives a shout out to the font disabled podcast of TwitWow. And
are they still a podcast?
He gives them a shout out to their live broadcast, which means it was planned in advance because they're taping this and they were going to do a live broadcast. They're friends with the Joseph, so he hooked them up. And he's hooked us up as well. We
didn't have a podcast yet, Justin.
No, we started our podcast like a few weeks after this, I think.
And they are still a podcast, by the way.
TwitWow is? Do they still have 17 fonts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah.
They're just now called Shit Show because they are complete and utter shit show.
Well, I mean, I believe they don't have real jobs and they're on some kind of disability, literally, not to make fun of the handicap, but they, so I think that they just can literally sit around and watch wrestling all the time. Like if I had money coming in and I could talk wrestling all the time, I'm sure that I could do 7,000 episodes of a wrestling podcast too, but try to pack it all into one little show. Well,
I don't even like doing the one I'm doing now. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Masquerita Sagrada comes in, and he's going to take some shit. But first, Mundo gets eliminated by Cage after Cage recovers, hits him with Weapon X on the floor. Cage rolls Mundo into the ring, and Puma gets the pin. So that for 2 years in a row now, Puma is the one that has gotten over on Mundo.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Would it have been more hilarious if Masquerita came in as 10.5?
Wow. That would have been. I'm almost surprised that Striker didn't announce it that way. Even Striker, being the face commentator, gives it to Masquerita.
Look, it's the little things. You have to pay attention to the small details.
It's not the little things or the small details. Oh, this is such a tiny issue I'm having with you right now. All right, so let's move on. Marty the Moth comes in and gets to clean house for a minute and mushes Masquerita. The creepy Moth gets his heel heat by just mushing the little guy. And then we get number 13, Drago. It's Drago, man.
But Drago fucks people up.
Drago is great in this. And Drago was like half the show. You need to watch this match twice. Once you watch it the way it regularly is, and the second time, just look for what Drago is doing in the background the whole time, because he is just demolishing the shit out of people. He power bombs Jack at one point on the bleachers, and it wasn't even like the main shot. Like they cut to it right at the end, but him setting it up and beating Jack and curb stomping him into the bleachers. And that shit is just hard, solid, thick ass wood. Like those bleachers are made out of like 4x4, so they're thick all the way through.
That's how Casey likes it.
He likes it thick all the way through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Drago even hits
hard ass wood.
Drago also even hits Penis Guy with the mist, which is amazing because he's stuck there. It's like, oh, there's your first backfire. You get smattered with this lovely mist.
Well, the first time he's had something sprayed in his face by somebody.
Sucks it wasn't hydrochloric acid.
But then the little guy and the almost little guy, Masquerita and Rey Mysterio, team up together and take out the Creepy Moth. And then Creepy Moth's friend, his one black friend, the Mac enters. They're not friends at all at this point in the storyline. He hits Marty with a stunner for good measure, and then Mac faces off with Cage, which is just an amazing, awesome amount of copious violence. Those guys just do violence. I wish they had left Marty in longer. Like Marty didn't really have the juice yet. He was just kind of starting to be a thing. But if the three of them had just kind of gone back and forth and gone, like they were going really crisp, to be polite. They were stiff as fuck. They were blasting each other. My favorite entrant is next. You know who my favorite one was, Case?
I thought it was
Tommy Dreamer.
Guy.
No, it was Chavito.
Ooh, Chavo.
I like how he blocks Byron on Twitter.
Yeah, he still blocks Byron on Twitter. Chavo enters next. That's when the power bomb happens. But the thing I like here is that there's still, like, in this mass chaos of a match, the one thing that I feel like AEW and WWE never seem to be able to do in these matches is they're still following the storylines. And maybe it's easier because it's a taped and edited show. I don't know. But, like, all the individual storylines are being followed and paid off and branching out. Like, everything is actually making sense, which seems to be very rare in any type of battle royal situation.
Yeah, unless Pat's on the payroll in WWE, which he hasn't been for years, and that's why they haven't been doing so great.
Yeah. I mean, it's just surprising. Like going back and watching this and having watched whatever the Casino Bunkhouse Royale on AEW, whatever the fuck their thing is called, and Royal Rumble recently, and the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. Like I've seen a ton of these things recently, and none of them stacks up to this. Like you may not want to give DeJoseph or EV Dub credit or the agents or whatever, but they managed to like put together this kind of match and actually follow storylines and pay off really big shit.
It wasn't just throwing forearms with the Good Brothers.
Yeah. Masquerita gets eliminated by Chavo with a camel clutch, paying homage to the familial move. I don't know what the Mexican name for it is, but it definitely isn't a camel clutch.
It's a caballero.
Yes. But I kind of like that. That was a fun little moment, believe it or not. And then
caballera, I fucked it up, but whatever. Caballero. Well, this is why I said it was.
Santos
stole it from Eddie's dad. That's all that anyone needs to know.
Then Mundo, before he exits, decides that he's going to smash a toothpaste cinder block on Cage's head. I mean, a cinder block on Cage's head. And then the whole ring is like covered in powder the whole rest of the time that people are like slipping on. Then we get the Darewolf, PJ Black, and there's action everywhere. Lots of good stuff going on. Drago is still lighting up Jack. And then the Darewolf finally comes in and starts helping. So now we're really seeing kind of the formation of the Worldwide Underground here.
Yeah, and when I see Darewolf come in, that's where I'm very loudly saying, "Where the fuck is Pentagon?" Yeah.
Yeah, you still have no Pentagon at this point, and you're starting to realize who's left in the back. But the next one was very fun. Number 17 was the return of Aerostar. He hadn't been on for a little while. And you get Aerostar, Darewolf, and Jack face off basically with the Super Friends at this point, because now we're really starting to get into the Aerostar and Drago Are Friends era. And Aerostar does this sunset flip off the top rope right on the top of Jack's head. And I just thought Jack was dead. I don't know if you were there. Did you see this when you were there? Because there was so much action going on everywhere around the ring.
I know I've seen Jack die in front of me so many times it didn't stick out to me in my mind. I've seen worse, like the one where no one caught him on the superflex to the floor was the worst. But he's made out of rubber.
I mean, what's the one where he did that moonsault to the outside and he completely just rotates too much and just hits concrete?
I mean, this looked like instant death, but to the point where Stryker and Vampiro, Vampiro, if somebody takes a bad spot, he'll jump out of his chair or you won't even hear him on commentary for a few minutes because he gets legit worried when guys go down like that. But no, they just blasted through commentary like nothing happened because they're just like, yeah, Jack's made out of fucking silly putty. He'll be fine. Whatever. Stupid. Dead Jack Evans gets eliminated after that sunset flip. So then we have Dragon Aztec Junior's premiere, and man, he looks fucking great.
Yeah, for someone that's going to be overshadowed by two much bigger premieres in this match. He did pretty good.
Yeah, I almost felt like it would have almost made more sense to premiere him in a singles match the week before this, but it wasn't bad, and he looked really good. He got some hot spots in there, and, it's a shame that he only got to really go for about 60 or 90 seconds or whatever because the guy's got the gas tank. Not a gas tank. He's got the gas tank. He can just seriously go for a 60-minute match, and it wouldn't even be a problem. Tejano comes in at number 19. Not much there. He's just kind of brawling with a lot of people off on the sides, a little more action. To get
that's kind of how you describe his whole tenure. Not much there.
He had a couple moments, but yeah, this is our longest running AAA Mega Campeon, Tejano. Mil Muertes comes in, our final entrant at number 20. Mil Muertes comes out, but before he even really gets to the ring to the action, Pentagon comes through the crowd and attacks Mil with a chair. Whoops the monkey piss out of his sorry ass. And then Mil gets eliminated by Puma and Rey.
Hey, it was all we had. It was Pentagon softening up so the two lesser wrestlers could take him out. It's fine.
And then Katrina runs right over to Vampiro, having supposedly been the maestro, and fires him basically. Tells him to get out of the building, tells him he's not welcome there. But then the Aztec drums start playing again. And Stryker, great save, is like, oh, there's some kind of technical difficulty here. We've got all 20 of our entrants, but no. We get our good friend at the top of the steps, Dario Cueto. Crowd is like quiet at first and then ridiculously pops. And he says his name is Dario Cueto and this is his temple. He is the El Jefe. I think the first time he ever refers to himself as El Jefe. And there will be one more entrant. His brother, the Monster Matanza Cueto. I don't know how many THs
and we're finally,
but he did all of them.
Losing our fucking minds.
Yeah, the crowd
it's the first time we've seen him
off the rafters, and he comes out. The shirt is still bloody. The look is great. He looks like he fell off the Texas Chainsaw Massacre wagon.
He's Rick from Splatterhouse, the video game Splatterhouse.
Correct, Amundo. Phoenix, our current champion, is eliminated by Matanza with what's his move called? The big swinging one?
The Wrath of the Gods.
Yeah, it's the Wrath of the Gods. Eventually it's called that. I don't know if they ever call it that before season.
Tour of the Islands.
Yeah, Tour of the Islands now. I gotta say, Rob Viper at this point called me a monster because I started a Matanza chant instead of cheering for Rey Mysterio.
What? Terrible. Well, let's see. Phoenix gets eliminated by Matanza with the Wrath of the Gods. Mac gets eliminated by Matanza with I think a suplex. Aerostar eliminated by Matanza with a forward slam. Tejano swears at the monster. Gets in some curse words first in Spanish, which is amazing, but they kind of trail off with the Doppler effect as he's being power bombed and eliminated by Matanza. Then Joey Ryan is standing there chained to the fence, and Matanza looks at him like, I don't like penis gimmicks. So he goes over and rips down the fence. And takes Joey
after
off
smashing his head into it a bunch of times, which is supposed to invoke Bale getting murdered. And then, that was a cool elimination. That was
pretty sweet. And he gives him the triple gut wrench sideplex thingy that he does, where the guy's like upside down, but he's like gut wrench suplexing him on his fucking neck. It's amazing.
Good shit.
And Joey Ryan's not that small either. I mean, him and Cobb are actually a very similar size, and he ragdolls the shit out of Joey, which kind of felt good to watch even now. See him get fucked up like that. Then Chavo, being the heel that he is, feeds Dragon Azteca Jr. to the wolves and, bumps him into the ring. And Cobb does a great job of like basing and countering all the Lucha Libre, but Daj actually gets off for a little while here, but it's kind of sweet because Cobb just like freezes out a bunch of the Lucha Libre moves, which was something I hadn't ever really seen. You guys kind of no-sell them before, but not being able to do the catch and perform the catch and the start of the move the right way, and then just make it stop and like all the momentum stop cold in the middle of the move, which was kind of dope to see. And he does it a lot throughout the rest of Lucha Underground, but not this many times in a row.
Right.
So then of course, Dragon Azteca Jr. gets eliminated by the Monster Matanza Cueto. Then Chavo gets his clock cleaned and eliminated with a moonsault by the Monster Matanza Cueto. Prince Puma takes a German suplex and gets eliminated by wonder who eliminated. Oh, the Monster Matanza Cueto.
And my Matanza chance picking up some steam by this point. Yeah.
And then we finally get down to our two newest participants in Lucha Underground, our friends Rey Misterio, and who is not to be referred to as Rey Mysterio Jr. in Lucha Underground, by the way. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but they don't use juniors in Lucha Underground.
Oh, no, they use Junior for Rey. They don't use it in WWE. They do call him Junior eventually.
Oh, they changed it to Junior?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Because they did just call him Rey Mysterio for this one. Pentagon's regular Pentagon, and everybody's just kind of Tejano, and everybody's just got their first name. So they face off. Matanza catches the first 619, which kind of, you could tell, shocked the audience because they thought, oh yeah, sure, you're going to bring in Rey. You got to put the belt on him. It's probably part of his contract. Like, I think a lot of people really at this point thought Rey was going to go over. Like your boy Rob Viper probably thought he was. So, and then he goes for the West Coast pop. Oh, Rey sets up another 619, actually pulls that one off, goes for the West Coast pop. Nope. It gets caught, gets just absolutely demolished on the slam. Rey Mysterio was eliminated, and your new Lucha Underground champion in his debut match is the Monster Matanza Cueto.
That's how you make a star right there. He should have lost it at Ultima Lucha Dos to Pentagon. But yeah, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Vampiro got fired because Jefe got the arena back, and so he's hired again.
Yeah, I mean, like by the time Dario took over, Vampiro just kind of sat back down in his seat, like, "Oh yeah, forget you, lady. I've still got a job if I want one." This was just super duper fun. I love watching this match. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's 45 minutes. It doesn't feel like it's the full show. You get so many different things. You get a ton of Lucha Libre at the beginning. You get a lot of fun side stories in the middle. You get some comedy from Famous B and a couple other people. Then you get these awesome debuts. Like, you get none more better debuts than this with Rey Mysterio and Matanza. And you got Dragon Azteca, who is an afterthought of a debut in this match, but that's also amazing, Ray Horus. Like, you just, I don't know that you could do much better than this for any kind of Rumble style match. And it makes me think, like, if somebody's ever bringing back Lucha Underground, they have to do this early on, because that would be the best way to start debuting people, to me. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Yeah, but not for that. Not for that. All I feel like now is to stop talking about Lucha Underground because we've covered the episode. Well,
let's take another quick break. We'll come back and we'll do. Are we at our last segment? Yeah, we'll be at our last segment. All right, let's take a quick
AEW
break.
segment.
Yes, it is. It's time. We'll be right back after this.
If you're listening to this and you haven't visited luchacentral.com, it's time to do it. luchacentral.com is the online home for Lucha Libre, where you can get all of the top news in English and in Spanish. Find the best curated video content and original content not seen anywhere else. Find when Lucha Libre events would be happening in your area. Find photo galleries from top photographers covering Lucha Libre around the world. From weekly polls to annual awards. Seen and read by top executives in all of the major Lucha Libre promotions across the globe. And on top of that, it's free. LuchaCentral.com, your centralized place for all things Lucha Libre.
Is it time for fuck AEW, Casey?
Fuck AEW, Justin. You know why?
Why is that?
Because they jobbed Pentagon to Orange Cassidy. Come on.
I mean, but I feel like Tony Khan listens to everything you say except the finishes.
Yeah, you know what? That was a problem with Lucha Underground also. Funny how that works. So when AEW's dead in 2 years, they can wish they listened to me about the Pentagon push too. Okay.
I mean, so let's talk a little bit about this episode. There was a few.
All I'm saying, things. Promotion died 2 years after Ultima Lucha Dos.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Really did. So you start off this match with Cage defeating Hangman Adam Page. Very logical feud to me, and I like what they're doing with Cage a little bit better now. I still think that, like, okay, you've basically buried this guy, and now you want to do with him what I was hoping you would do with him from the start, which was make him kind of the top of the mid card. You know, him and Hangman. To me, him and Hangman should be the guys fighting for the TV belt. I like Darby. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But like, I feel like the feud they should be leading to is Hangman, Cage, TV title, right? Is that crazy?
They're going straight to the top with Hangman though. They want him to be a top guy. I'm not a huge Hangman fan. We all love Cage. Like, come on, he's awesome to watch all the time.
Though he
like whatever they do with Cage is cool.
He seems like he's a little out of shape for him. I won't say he's out of shape, but he seems out of shape for him in this match. I was surprised. He seemed like he had a little bit of a gut going and had put on a couple pounds.
Calling Cage fat now? Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying he's fat. I'm saying he's bigger than he normally is. I mean, normally the dude is all abs and muscles and flex.
All abs, no jabs.
He's getting a little older, though, and he's got kids at home and stuff.
Well, let me tell you something there, Justin.
Hey, welcome back, Taz.
Sometimes you need a little extra food in your stomach to survive the path of rage.
I do like Cage's new orange and black, Taz. I appreciate it. I like his new gear.
That's the fuck the world champ right there. You could call it the Brooklyn World Belt. You could call it the fuck the world belt. But I'll tell you something. It ain't the Hangman belt.
So true. And I'm glad to see that the orange and black attack is still present with us.
Goddamn right. Now let me take this shirt off my head because it smells weird from the ink.
Yeah.
It hasn't been washed yet. I gotta say, there's some dope FTW hats on Pro Wrestling Tees right now, and I'm getting very tempted to buy one.
I could rock one of those. I might get one with you.
I'll send you a link.
Heel Bucks versus the Seidel brothers was actually really, really good.
Wait a minute. Wait. If you move to Fort Worth, Justin, wouldn't that make you the FTW Justin Harvey?
No.
Fort Worth FTW?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, that's terrible.
That's like a Byron one. Jesus.
Well, it's Fort Worth. It's F Fort.
Fort W.
FTW. And then let's just put the T at the end for no reason.
Yeah, because if you actually put it into being one word, then you abbreviate it in weird ways, don't you? Because what's Arizona? AZ. Motherfucker. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
See,
he's making fun of our postal system again.
Arizona should be AA, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, I like the Bucks versus the Seidel brothers. Those guys. The Seidel brothers are good now. They're just
they're not. They're just carried. I'm literally trying to send. Again? I'm so checked out on AEW now that I'm trying to find Justin those hats. Oh, also, hey, got a new shirt for you, Justin.
Who is that? Hold on, let me see.
No,
I want to see it up close. Oh,
it's Evilise.
Because she can read a room really good, so she put out a new shirt just now during all this.
She figured that because her name was trending, that people wanted to spend money on her name. We'll see. I wish her the best, man. I really hope she gets her shit together still. I just don't know that she's capable of doing it.
Yeah, bro, look at that shit right there. It says fuck the world. It says kill or be killed on it. Look at that shit.
Oh, but the background's white? Maybe I can do it. That's
got
the
a
one you're wearing
one
right
too.
now. Oh, yeah. I could do that. I could do that. I'm the man in the black hat.
Is that one with the white, obviously, like I know trucker hats, obviously cases wear one very similar. But if they'd done black as the background for the front and then white for the back, that would have looked all right. But orange against white is good as well.
I have one like that.
The white in the back gets dirty as fuck, though.
Exactly. That's what you want, though, isn't it? You want it to look dirty from all the beatdowns you've been given.
I like look, I got the one I was wearing earlier.
It's out.
Like
it's
like a
let me tell you something, Justin. The fucking hat is out of stock. So if you want one, you can't fucking have either color. Never mind.
You can. You just go on to another website, and get the logo, stick it through, and they'll print it for you, and you'll be fine.
Wow.
I'm not bootlegging Taz.
You think I'm gonna not give Taz his money? I'm not that stupid.
I already do a slightly unflattering impression of him every week. I'm not gonna steal money from his pocket.
Anyway, back the heel Bucks looks like they're heading towards a feud with SCU. I really kind of hope they put the belts on SCU, just cause. I don't think the Bucks don't need it. I get them having those belts, but they just don't fucking need them.
More like SC poo, okay?
Really?
You know, put the tag belts on somebody. Put the tag belts on the Lucha Bros, okay?
Whenever I hear SCU, I just think it's going to be like some American TV drama about cops.
I think you put the tag belts on Penta and Pac and let Phoenix have a solo run. That's what I think.
Yeah,
and let me tell you something. Solo. There's only one SCU, and that's Stone Cold University class of 360, motherfucker.
Hello, Terry Funk.
Let me see. What else happened?
Funk you.
What else?
Funk you. Forever.
What was the third match on AEW? The third match on AEW. Oh yeah, Orange Cassidy versus Pentagon. Look, the match.
Not only do they job them, they job them in the one of the opening matches of the
The match itself was really, really good. I liked the comedy stuff they both did at the beginning with Penta taking off the glove, Orange doing his hand in the pocket thing, but only very, very briefly. The match itself. And you forget because a lot of times you don't actually get to see Orange Cassidy wrestle a whole lot. And sometimes he's a little sloppy and sometimes he's really kind of good, but he was great. Like Penta brought the best out of him this time. Thank God. At least Penta didn't lose to some sloppy shit because that would have made me even more mad. And look, Pentagon didn't break his arm first and then go into a finish using the arm. I mean, it is showing signs of improvement.
Hey, you got to love how that whole thing was to set up the factory. Okay. No one cares about the Nightmare Factory or the factory. I'm just gonna say it right now. Tony, you need to put your foot down. No one cares.
But isn't Marty the Moth gonna debut? He did debut as part of the faction, didn't he?
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen, and we're gonna debut him as a member of the Dark Order instead. Okay.
That's where he should be. That's where
we're gonna fix things. Yes.
That's where the money in a character like him or a guy who can do that character, like if they waste him on doing some like clean babyface thing or making him, part of this QT Marshall, whatever. No, please don't. Please don't.
It's like bring him into the Dark Order where he's an actual creepy pervert and all the other guys are actually like really freaked out by him.
Yeah, it would be turned up to the wrong meeting. They're like, oh no, South Park did that free hat. Episode.
I could see him doing a lot of different gimmicks, but they all either need to be maniacal or comedic, and they all need to be like not appreciated by the other characters around him.
Yeah, like when they're
they all
making
need to
fun
think
of,
he's fucking weird, and that would
like when they're making fun of the
reason.
dude having a shrimp dick, he could be like, "I love shrimp, sounds delicious."
Exactly.
Like, yes.
It's one of the things that I actually have liked about the Dexter Loomis character on NXT is they just have him doing weird shit, and because the character doesn't really talk, they don't ruin it totally. Like they've had him do some of the stupidest shit ever, and it doesn't bother me. And I think they could easily do something like that. Not that, but something like that with Marty. And have
like
some
you
good
can
fun
start
with it.
off all the meetings by going, "How about a little fuck music?" And that'd be great.
And
It'd
if
be
you know
great.
Marty, there's nothing wrong with that. Like he is a lot that guy. Like he's not gross in real life, but at the same time, he is super duper weird and funny and
He's
kitschy.
not gross in real life, says the guy that got the sweaty ball sweat fucking.
I like. Well, look, he likes a good rib. Let's not.
Honestly, Justin,
he
you
likes
could have been the
people.
most legendary man in wrestling history if you grabbed those and stuffed them in your mouth after that.
I almost did, but I would have needed more witnesses around at the time, and we were just kind of off by the stalls, the bathroom stalls there.
Oh God, if there were like 20 people around, just
I mean, that was the other fucked up thing about the ice temple is like they had more space in the locker rooms, but there was all this weird flooding from rain. So Marty was literally changing in the backstage porta potties. Because that's where
sucks.
I was. I had just come out of the backstage porta potties, and that's where I was. And then he came out right after his match at Ultima. It was before Ultima. It was when he won the belt because he had places he had to go after Ultima because bad things. But anyway, yeah, I like Alex. I thought that
I love Alex.
was funny, and the promo stuff. The promo stuff with Penta and Alex was great. He didn't quite misinterpret Penta as much as previous episodes. We get a lot of jibber jabber between Inner Circle and Pinnacle. I get it. It's fine. Kenny Omega.
Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts is like what? The next show?
May 6th, 8th, somewhere. Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Cinco de Mayo.
First week of May. So
yeah.
Is Blood and Guts going to be a regular TV show? Or is there going to be an actual pay-per-view?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
It's on a Wednesday. It's regular TV.
Regular TV. All right. So that'll be fun. We're leading up to that.
It's on Cinco de Mayo.
I like Kenny Omega letting Nakazawa get jacked up by Eddie Kingston. Like Kenny cutting his no, Eddie. We've got guys for that. Like I'm a top guy. You get this guy. That shit was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Of course, you get a whole bunch of mocks run in, and we're setting up a tag match because now that Kenny has all the belts, God forbid he actually wrestles for one of them. Though it looks like they're setting up him and Sami Callihan over an Impact, which would actually be fun. I would like to see Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan. Yeah. I hope they go through with that. Sami deserves it. And I think that, if Kenny's looking to have a lot of different kind of matches, which it seems like that's what he's going for. He really just wants to complete his resume by having like every kind of match possible. Mm-hmm. I think Sami would be a good fit for, somebody who can give him something that's a little more unique than what he's been doing. And also still just go hard with him for 20 minutes like he's in Japan.
Until there's a piranha tank, he's a fake.
Until he learns how to do a dragon suplex, he's a fake.
And then we got Darby defeating 10, even with all ego, Ethan Page trying to interrupt, and he beats Cody's win streak. So I guess now he's the best TV champ on TNT ever.
Cool. Now we can lose it to Ethan Page.
Yeah, I think it's about time. I don't know. I mean, they're running out of cool things they can do with Darby. Like, I don't want the guy to not have the belt, but I also don't want the belt to start to become meaningless. And I just don't know what else he can do with it.
I don't want him to not have the belt, but I do want Ethan Page to have the belt.
Gotcha. Well, maybe they can go back and forth for a little while. I mean, that's basically seems like they're setting that feud up. So we'll see. My quick thoughts on NXT. The LDF promo was fire, and their match with MSK and Kushida was fucking great. I was all about all of that. I still don't know quite what they're doing with Killian Dane and Drake Maverick, but it like ebbs and flows. Like some weeks it feels like a good gimmick, and then other weeks it's like, damn, I feel bad for those guys. I don't know. I just don't know quite what to make out of it. And Tony Storm lost to some jobber named Ramir to a shooting star press after not even a real distraction from Zoe Stark, which was like a giant what the fuck moment. Like, this girl did not need a big premiere. Tony didn't need to take a loss like that to make the feud work. This was very bad. That was very bad booking, in my opinion. And I didn't see any Cross. I don't know if I missed it or not, but I didn't see any Cross this week on NXT.
I don't know. We'll see him on our show next week when I open his action figure, hopefully.
Dope. Hopefully. That'll be great. That's all I got.
There was something to do with Adam Cole, wasn't there? Or was that last week?
No. He did a sit-down interview. I don't really pay attention to those things. Like he said,
unless you're putting JR in a mandible claw, it's not a good sit-down interview. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, at this point in time, for the rest of his career, every sit-down interview or promo is really, for Adam Cole, just going to be another reason for him to say that he was the NXT champ for 435 days or whatever that streak was. I mean, that is the legacy of his career from now until his career's over. He's never going to do better than what he's already done. So I don't know. It's not that Adam Cole has lost his value, but we now know the height of Adam Cole's career. That was it. He did it.
Yeah, I'm just glad that doing this sit-down interview, he didn't break the chair with his fat fucking ass.
Fat ass Adam Cole. That's all I got. Let's get out of here. Let's go do something fun with our day. Byron, fuck you for not showing up here.
Yeah.
All right. So until next
your mail
time,
to poor people, Byron.
I'm going outside to the pool. There's like people in bikinis out there. I'm going there.
Oh, tell them I said hi.
See if I can meet a new Marty the Moth in a bikini out there. That's my champ. Meef with the shirt. So until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.
Penis.